in Eden Prairie is Katie and Karen. Do you know where we are, Karen?
I do know where we are, Katie. We are at the Eden Prairie Police Station.
Oh boy! What are we gonna do today?
This is gonna be so fun. They're gonna give us a tour of the police station and also a tour of the jail.
Look at that, it even says the police right here on the sign.
So let's go in and meet the police officer.
Hi friends, Officer Ryan here, and this is
Officer Corey.
We are so happy that you are here at our police department. We miss not being in person with you, but we hope to see you very soon. We are actually in the entryway of the police department, and I wanted to show you this. These are our retired police dogs. So every single dog on this wall has been a police officer with our department. That's right, these dogs are actual real police officers. Do you see that some of them have a badge? Just like my badge on my shirt, they have their own badge and are officially a police officer. So when they retire, they get an award for being a police officer here. This is our evidence area, and this is the area that if we were on a crime scene and we collected a whole bunch of evidence, we would bring the evidence to this area here at the police department. Come on over. These lockers here are lockers that we put our evidence in, and then there's a little cage over here that goes to two special people. These are some evidence clerks that work here, and they wanted to wave and say hi because they collect all of our evidence. There they are.
Good morning, hello.
Hello. Right.
So once we come into this area, this vestibule area, we have to make sure everything is locked up and shut before we move forward. And this is where we bring all the bad guys that we catch. We're in the fingerprint and photograph room, so when we bring a bad guy in, like Karen, we have to fingerprint and photograph them, okay? So
Wait, Karen.
what we'll ask them to do is, you see the feet right there. So on those feet facing this way, I want you to look right at me, or I'm sorry, look right directly at this camera. We turn on a light, let's see, just like that. And then we would snap a photo, and then Karen, could have you turn to your right and look at that. And then we would snap another photo, and then that would be her booking photo.
I don't get one.
So this machine right here is actually very, very cool. It reads your fingerprints. So every one of us have a different fingerprint, and this one, it takes pictures of them. So each finger, we would roll it on there, and we'd get someone's fingerprint, just like that, and just roll it on. And then that takes about 4 to 5 minutes, and then that's all completed. All right,
Wow.
so after we're done talking or interviewing the bad guy, we might bring them into a cell, and this is where that is. So we have these giant, giant keys, as you can see.
Well, those are huge.
Yep. And then we come in here.
So Karen, you're gonna have to go in because you were interviewed
Come on, Karen.
and you made a bad choice.
So, as you
Made
can
a
see,
bad choice.
it's very, very basic. There's a toilet. So Karen got released, and that's because she can only be in there for 4 hours. That's the maximum of time that we can hold somebody in this facility, in this building. Now, if we brought them to Minneapolis or downtown, that is another jail, and then they can be held there for much, much longer. So this is just a temporary place to hold bad guys.
Okay, friends, where we're at right now is our dispatch center. So what a dispatch center is, it's when you have to dial 911 in an emergency. These are the people that you get to talk to. So when you dial 911, as you know, you're gonna have a nice lady or man on the other end saying, Eden Prairie Police and Fire, what is your emergency? And the people that are in this room are actually the people that answer the 911 calls. Let's see if I'll get them to wave at you. Let's see, there they are. So see how nice they are? So if you ever have to dial 911 for an emergency only, not to order pizza, for an emergency, if you're hurt, you're scared, you can't find your mom or dad, somebody fell and hurt themselves, these are things that are emergencies that you can call 911 for. You're gonna talk to these nice people and just answer any questions that they may have of you.
All right, these are some of the license plates we have on squad cars. These are some of the older ones, and then the newest one we have is actually this one down here. So all of our squads that we're going to show you have this license plate on there. It's pretty cool.
Hi friends, this is our Eden Prairie police car. This car is called a Dodge Charger, and it is a very fast police car. Come on in, let's take a look inside. See our police car, come on in. So this is the inside of one of our police cars. We have a computer, we have a whole bunch of things. We have paperwork to do, paperwork while we're in our car. What do you see over there, Officer Corey?
There's a mic, so this is our radio, so this is how we talk to each other when we're going or responding to a 911 call. All right, and then we have the center console right here, which actually turns on and off the emergency lights, which I'll do fairly quickly here. But you can see the computer, and then we have a little screen up here, which is a video camera that's mounted right at the front of the squad. So you can see Karen straight ahead right in front of us, and you can see that she's on camera from right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on.
Inside of my squad car. This is where I sit when I drive the car. Right up here I have this thing called a radar detector. It actually tells me what people's speeds of their vehicle are. Then I have a computer, and this is where I get all of my information from. So I can just type something in and it will give me the information that I need. We also have cameras in our police car. This is a camera, and there's a camera in the back where I was showing you. So on this little screen here that I have, it'll actually show me what I'm looking at and record things that I'm looking at.
What is this?
So this is a spotlight, and what it does, if I turn it on with this little button right here, I can light things up in the dark. I can move it around, see what people are doing. And we have some extra handcuffs here in case people hurt somebody else with their hands, because what don't we do? We don't hurt people with our hands or our feet. So if somebody's hurting somebody, we might have to put those handcuffs on them, so that if somebody does get hurt, we can help them. But let's say somebody made a bad decision for the day and they committed a crime. We would actually remove that equipment and put them in the back seat. We would put their seatbelt on and make sure they're nice and safe back here, and then we would bring them back to the police department. As you can see, there is a little bit of glass that's in between the back seat and where the police officer sits. That's for the police officer's protection while we're in our squad car if there's somebody sitting in the back seat. You can also see that we have metal bars on our windows, and that's so that that protects people from being able to put their hands out the windows or anything like that, or hurting themselves.